Alice, a teenage homeless girl, comes contact with a wealthy young guy, sparking strong sentiments between them. However, the main problem emerges when their love encounters social conventions. Will the power of love be able to overcome these challenges? Alice was a remarkable young woman. Her upbeat and outgoing personality exuded a contagious energy that opened doors wherever she went. Alice, despite not having a home, managed to survive thanks to her determination and resilience. Alice, with her fascinating personality, had a broad network of contacts in the city's companies. People just liked being around her. She would go to neighborhood eateries asking for a job as a dishwasher in case someone was absent that day. In exchange, Alice received a meal or some coins to help with expenditures. Her warmth earned her affection with the crew who worked around the clock. They not only permitted her to use their facilities to care for her, but they also provided her with a place to rest in the staff room. Alice had a special bond with the housekeepers at a well-known downtown hotel. They were aware that clothing was periodically left behind by guests and meant for donation. They generously set aside certain pieces for Alice, ensuring she had some comfort in her life, bereft of pleasures. Alice was a great master of survival. For as long as she could remember, she had lived on the streets fighting daily hardships with bravery and determination. She had faint memories of her mother when she was still living. They traveled around various places in quest of career prospects while battling to keep afloat. Alice strolled the streets with the hope that one day she would find a permanent home where she could feel safe and stable. Despite not having a permanent residence, Alice was always able to find a place to stay the night. On that particular night, she had agreed with the gym staff to spend the night on the nice staff room sofa. She took use of the gym's huge locker facilities and showered. The gym was located in an expensive neighborhood of the city and was primarily used by young people from the vicinity. During the early hours, few people arrived. Alice felt tranquil and safe that night. She walked out of the locker room feeling energized from her shower and accidentally ran into one of the gym's pupils. It was surprising to see him there at that hour. The young man was really gorgeous, and he apologized for the event with a smile. Alice, feeling uneasy and afraid of being discovered, simply nodded and was about to go when the young man began a conversation with her. "You've been coming to this gym for a while, but I've never seen you before," inquired the inquiring young man. "I come some nights," Alice said honestly without going into too much detail. The young man, Caesar, extended his hand to meet her. Alice quickly provided her name and reciprocated the handshake. From the outset, there was chemistry between them, as if a particular connection was growing. Caesar appeared genuinely interested in speaking with Alice, saying that he rarely went to the gym at that hour. He was restless and had problems sleeping that night because he had an important job commitment the next day, which made him apprehensive. The two talked for a long time, deeply engaged in the interchange of words and thoughts. Alice demonstrated her wit, cleverness, and sharpness, capturing Caesar's attention even more. Aside from her physical attractiveness, there was something captivating about her demeanor that made her even more appealing. On that unexpected night, Alice found a true connection, a respite from her stressful and uncertain life. And Caesar, in turn, discovered an engaging and inspiring presence amidst his anxieties and obligations. Both were surrounded in a distinct milieu in which their personalities blended in an unusual way. After hours of conversation, Caesar was completely fascinated with Alice. He was pulled to the joyful young woman full of anecdotes and a compelling attitude. Caesar, unaware of Alice's hard reality, was thrilled to see her again. Caesar invited Alice to coffee in the late afternoon the next day at a location close to the gym. He was eager to spend more time with the attractive young woman, learning more about her life and experiences. Alice, in turn, was captivated by Caesar and accepted the offer, looking forward to their next meeting. The coffee date was amazing, with Alice and Caesar talking for hours on end. After finishing their hot drinks, they decided to take a stroll through the streets, taking in the lively ambiance of the region. As they drove by stores, everyone waved and welcomed Alice warmly and familiarly. She was well known and beloved in the community. Caesar was impressed by the number of people who knew Alice and expressed their affection for her. This only increased his admiration for the fascinating young woman by his side. As they strolled, Caesar talked about his successful work as an insurance broker. He led a sales team and held a significant position in the company. Alice, on the other hand, was well versed in a wide range of subjects and could speak fluently about them all. When the subject came to her personal life, she deftly avoided it, preserving a sense of mystery. When Caesar inquired about her career, Alice responded cryptically, "I have worked in a variety of fields, but at the moment, I am looking for my place." At the end of their amazing meeting, Caesar extended Alice another unique invitation. "My company is organizing a big event which will be a gala celebration. I'd want for you to accompany me. Will you agree?" Alice was so caught up in the excitement of the occasion that she forgot about her existing condition, which included a lack of an appropriate outfit and the financial resources to purchase one. However, the allure of the invitation drew her in, and she accepted without hesitation. Cupid appeared to have directed his exact arrows at these two young folks. They were enveloped in a unique bond that transcended reality's limits and the struggles they faced separately. The much-anticipated day of Caesar's event arrived, and Alice still lacked a proper clothing for the occasion. Her maid buddies at the hotel were aware of her dilemma and had a solution for her. They were aware that the hotel's laundry received many dresses that were occasionally neglected by visitors. Surely they could locate a dress that fit Alice. With generosity and care, her friends arranged for her to select from the various items. To finish the appearance, one of the pals lent Alice a pair of shoes. They also offered to do her makeup and create a simple hairdo that would accentuate her inherent attractiveness. Alice found herself dressed elegantly and strolling confidently as she prepared for the occasion, surrounded by excitement and thankfulness. She was happy to have such generous and supportive people by her side. Alice was friends with the hotel personnel, so they let her wait in the reception area until Caesar came. When he eventually emerged to pick her up, he couldn't conceal the mesmerized look in his eyes. Alice was really gorgeous. It was a beauty that radiated from her distinct nature and mirrored on her face. The sparkle in her eyes and her gorgeous smile charmed him. Throughout the occasion, Alice became the center of attention. Caesar's friends and colleagues adored her intriguing and engaging appearance. She moved effortlessly among the conversation circles, engaging in interesting talks and forming friendships with everyone around her. Her ability to connect and communicate with people from all backgrounds and experiences was impressive. Alice told amazing stories, conveying emotion and energy with each word. Her brilliance and insight were obvious, and everyone was captivated by her ability to approach any topic with confidence and real curiosity. As the night came to a close, Alice received an unexpected proposal that had the potential to change the path of her destiny. One of the corporate executives was so pleased by Alice's engaging personality and interpersonal skills that he gave her a position as his personal assistant. The job offer included the potential of a stable monthly salary which Alice had never experienced previously. It was a chance that could lead to a more secure and stable life away from the risks of the streets. That night, Alice's dream came true. Caesar accompanied her back to the hotel, feeling the thrill in his heart. As they said their goodbyes, their eyes met, infused with the amorous mood that had formed between them. In a moment of genuine connection, they leaned closer and had a passionate kiss that conveyed the intensity of their shared emotions. That kiss was a genuine representation of the warmth and attraction that had grown between Alice and Caesar. It was a nice moment indicating that something special was growing between them. In that instant, the world around them vanished. When Alice returned to the hotel, she walked immediately to the rear where her maid companions waited impatiently to hear about the beautiful night the young woman had spent. They waited with glowing smiles, eager to hear all the facts and share Alice's excitement. The following day was Alice's first day at her new work. Alice's friends, who were always attentive and helpful, presented her with some fine clothing so that she could look her best for her new endeavor. Alice's day went better than she could have anticipated. She quickly learned all of her responsibilities and completed them with ease and skill. Despite the new work and great prospects, Alice was still faced with the reality of not having a place to live for a month as she waited for her first salary. The best choice for her was to keep going to the gym where she was greeted by the personnel and allowed to spend the night in the workers' lounge. As the first month of work progressed, Alice executed her tasks as executive assistant with devotion and conviction. She was nervous since she knew it would be her final night without a house. The following day, she would finally receive the keys to the little flat she had rented. Despite its modesty, it was far superior to anything Alice had previously encountered. Alice and Caesar's bond became stronger over time. She had not yet told the wealthy young guy that she had no home and had grown up on the streets. They spent many hours together. Each meeting, every gaze shared, and every tender touch was charged with emotion. They were in a state of enchantment in which the world around them appeared to vanish, leaving just space for each other's presence. They were two young individuals in love, and their love transcended their differences. Alice believed it was time to tell Caesar her true tale. She knew that trust and transparency were critical to the development of their relationship. Despite her fears and uncertainties, she realized it was critical to share her journey with the person she loved. She sat in a comfortable place, clasped Caesar's hands, gazed deeply into his eyes, and began to speak. Her words were filled with emotion and sincerity as she recounted her life experiences. After delivering her story, Alice observed Caesar's demeanor, waiting for his reaction. Instead of judgment or surprise, he demonstrated compassion and love. Caesar lovingly caressed Alice's face and spoke softly about how proud he was to have her at his side. He promised Alice that their relationship would not alter and that his love was unconditional. That night, Alice fell asleep in Caesar's arms, feeling loved, welcomed, and safe. She knew she'd discovered a truly wonderful life mate, someone who understood and loved her despite the challenges they experienced together. Alice discovered a home in her new apartment where she could seek refuge and reconnect with herself. Throughout her journey, Alice discovered the power of kindness, generosity, and compassion. She encountered folks who offered to help her. Valuing people, their stories, and adventures demonstrates humanity and respect. After all, a person's ultimate value is determined by their character tenacity and resilience, not by their social status. If you loved it, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment with a rating from 1 to 5 to tell us how much you liked the story. Also, watch the video that is currently displayed on your screen. See you shortly.